Hi, this is Mrs. Clark, and I'm going to be showing you how to work through this interactive notebook page on testing out expressions. When you open it first from Schoology, it's going to be in a read-only document. So what you're going to want to do is click on the slide on the left-hand side, right-click, and click Copy. You're going to want to then open up your own notebook from your drive. So what I usually do is I click into my drive, and once I get there, it's pretty easy to see in my recent documents where it is. I know that a lot of you have your layout set up a little bit differently than I do, but you should see it really quickly because of the visual of the, let me change to this view, little notebook. So you're going to want to look for this little icon in your drive. It'll look something like this. And you want to open it up. And this is going to go on the next open page that you have in your notebook. It does take a minute to load once you get in there. So let this load here. I'm going to zoom down to where this is going to go. And we actually have notes on page 9 and 10, so this is going to go on page 11. So I'm going to paste it in here on page 11. I'm going to click Do Not Link. And then I'm going to go through what it says on the slide. So let's look at this together. So at the top here, it says testing out expressions. We have our input column, which is our X column. We have our output column, which is our Y, or this F of X, F parentheses X column. And we want to know which expression matches the table. So which of these four, A, B, C, or D, is going to match this table. So what that means is we're looking to see which expression simulates the relationship between the input column and the output column. So what do we do in order to figure that out? Well, we have a couple options. First thing we're going to practice now is to substitute. Substitute each input value into the expression to see if it gives you the correct output value. It must work for all input-output combinations. So I can go through each of these expressions and I can try them out to see which of them work. And that's what we're going to practice doing right now. So you have a couple of options on how you're going to do that. I'm going to do it by hand because I like to do it on a piece of paper. You have the option to show your work here of typing the work out by clicking in this text box and just typing it. Or you can use the scribble tool. So I found out up here, if you click on this line tool and you go to the very bottom, you get the scribble tool. Those of you with a touch screen can just write. So that might be a little hard to do on this example because there are a lot of steps that we need to do. So scribble tool might be helpful with the touch screen for many of you, but it may also be cumbersome if we're doing something that requires a lot of writing. Or you can do the work on a piece of paper and you can upload a picture of your work. So I'm going to focus on this last option, doing my work on a piece of paper and then uploading through using the Google camera. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. So go ahead and get a piece of paper out, get ready to do this with me, and then we'll practice doing it together. Okay, so I have my piece of paper here, and I wrote down the table and the choices so that I have them here in front of me, and you can see them as we work through. But I do want to caution you, if you're going to do this form of showing your work, where you're going to write it on a piece of paper, and then you're going to upload a picture of it, you want to make sure you're doing it in a dark pen, or like I'm using a felt tip pen, something brown, black, something very dark so that the camera picks it up very well and very clearly. If you're writing your work out in pencil, it's going to be really hard for the camera to pick it up and for someone else to see it. So what we need to do is we said we're going to substitute in each of these input values into the equation to see if they work out to be these output values. So what that means, I'm going to test out A, right? And I'm going to show all my steps out so that we can see exactly how it works and when it works and when it doesn't work. So we know which expression to choose. If I'm doing x plus 4, that means I'm going to take the x number, which is 0 in the first case. I'm going to add 4 to it, and what am I going to get? I'm going to get 4. Did I want a 0 to go in and a 4 to come out? No, I wanted a 0 to go in and a 7 to come out. So I know that this x plus 4 is not the right one. Not that one. Okay, let me check the next one, B. This one is 3x plus 9. So I'm going to try it with 0 first. 3x means 3 times 0 plus 9. Let's see, 3 times 0 is 0, plus 9 is 9. When a 0 went in, a 9 came out. I don't want that. I want, when a 0 goes in, a 7 to come out. So I'm going to say it's not this one. All right, let's look at the next one, 2x plus 11. So I'm going to put, again, I'm going to put a 0 in, 2 parentheses 0 plus 11. And so I'm going to calculate that out. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 11 is going to be 11. So when a 0 went in, an 11 came out. So that's not right either. I want, when a 0 goes in, a 7 to come out. It can't be that one. Oh, I sure hope it's this last one. Otherwise, it's none of these. All right, D, we have 4x plus 7. So 4 times 0 plus 7. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 7 is 7. When a 0 went in, a 7 came out. That's exactly what I want for an input and output set. Let's check the other ones to make sure they work too. 4 times 1 plus 7. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 7 is 11. A 1 went in, and 11 came out. 1 goes in, 11 should come out. Let's keep checking. 4 times 2 plus 7 is 8 plus 7, which is 15. 2 went in, 15 came out. That also works. Look at my table, 2, 15. We're seeing a trend here. 4 times 3 plus 7 equals 12 plus 7, which equals 19. So when 3 goes in, 19 comes out. So again, 3, 19, input, output. That one works as well. And 4 times 4 plus 7 equals 16 plus 7, which equals 23. So when a 4 went in, a 23 came out. 4 and 23 makes this match. So this expression, 4x plus 7, matches for all of the inputs. After we calculate out what it tells us to do, we get all the right outputs. So the table came from this expression, 4x plus 7. Now, the other ones didn't work on the first try, but I bet you they work with one of the other ones. One, or usually one of the other ones, or they have something to do with the pattern to make you think that it's that one. So you just have to be careful and make sure that the one that you're choosing works with all of the inputs. 0 to 4 is in our table, so I tried them all out. 0 to 4 and 7 to 23. So the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take a picture of this paper that I have and upload it as my notes.
All right, so in order to record my work and upload it as an image, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this insert image. I'm going to go down to camera. You'll have to click allow the first time, but you can see now that I am recording this from my phone. So I'm going to hold it up to the camera. And you see I'm going to have to like move it around to make sure that I get the piece that I want. I have to back up, right? But then I'm going to click the little camera button or hit the space bar to take a picture. It will have this little snapshot here of what I did. And so I'll be able to insert that by clicking insert at the bottom. And there I go. Now I have my work. I can put it at the bottom here. Crop it if I need to. I've got all my work done out for all 4 of the problems. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. And so I can insert my work this way. If I wanted to go ahead and crop the image, I could. Get rid of this stuff at the top. If you realize that it's not super clear and you want to adjust it, you can. You want to take your hand out of, oops. You want to take your hand out of the side, you can do that as well. Get rid of the excess space at the bottom, excess space on this side. and then you can paste it right underneath the show work here. So you can do this through your camera on your laptop, or you can do it through your cell phone if that works for you too, but you'll see you've got a nice copy of the work that we did, and it's inserted right into our notes, so we're good.